Our next speaker of the day is Arman Ashouriha, Head of Cloud Infrastructure Modernization at Vodafone.
Arman! Arman, welcome on stage.
Thank you.
The next 8 minutes, you're going to talk about Vodafone's risk-free journey to a consumable multi-cloud environment, and of course your partnership with Oracle. I'm looking forward to it. Good luck.
Thank you. Thanks. Hi everyone. So my name is Arman Ashouriha. So I'm representing Vodafone today. So basically, I think the majority of people, as we are in Europe today, which is good, knows Vodafone, what we do. But just a brief glance of Vodafone landscape. So we are one of the world's largest telco operators with more than 330 million mobile customers. I don't want to go to all the numbers because of times and etc. But as you can imagine, the footprint of Vodafone is gigantically complex to the number of markets which we operate. Through the operations, through the divestments, to the joint ventures we have done over all these years, we have a pretty complex IT landscape where I think most of the people in the room I kind of can relate to. The challenge is always, how do I manage life cycle? How do I manage my traditional / legacy environments? Then having a strategy around cloud. How do I, in an ideal world, make use of cloud, and what would be my strategy? Is it one cloud? Is it multi-cloud? Is it hybrid cloud? Is it on-premise eventually? So, and what we had a big challenge in our Oracle area. So because we are a heavy loaded Oracle company, some of our largest systems not only runs on Oracle databases. So just to give a glance, we have more than 10,000 Oracle databases just in Europe. But we also use Oracle from an application point of view for CBEL, CRM, BRM, some gigantic services across the big markets which we have, like UK, Germany, Italy, which we just divested actually. But it's a huge complex environment with a lot of data centers. We had to somehow come up with the plan, how can we modernize our Oracle database estate in the shortest period of time in terms of acceleration? Because we all know in the IT world, if I touch systems and I want to move them into cloud, it requires a kind of a large investment and timing, dedicated programs at individual application level, and so on and so forth. For us, to protect our business, because as I just mentioned, some big revenue impacted services are running on these systems and using Oracle databases. So we decided together in a lot of assessments which we did, but we had just 9 months, 10 months to go through this process. We decided to partner with Oracle by evaluating multiple of the services available on the market to kind of accelerate this journey and shrink it to a 3.5 years program across the whole Europe. So on this one, we chose the Oracle dedicated cloud at regional cloud at customers as the product to enhance and embrace more towards a hybrid cloud solution and a distributed cloud solution. I will come to that in a second. On this, we would basically deploy this solution in our 3 main data centers. We in Vodafone have a gigantic number of data centers, as you can imagine, but we have 3 hubs, which is basically Germany, in the small city next to Düsseldorf called Ratingen, Milan, Italy, and we have Dublin as our main locations. The advantage of this solution for us was that I can bring a public cloud dedicated into my own data center as an accelerator. And I will come to that, what the benefit of that was. So, and offer still to our mission-critical platform services, geo-release engines. Because that's one thing I think us in the IT group, in technology specifically, we have to focus a lot. What are our massive business impact, revenue impacted services? According to that, a lot of requirements from all the CIO groups across all the markets to myself and the team. So this journey. So now, just to mention, we use all the clouds. As you can imagine, we have partnership with Microsoft, with Oracle on the public OCI, with AWS, of course, with GCP. And I come to it in a second. But why did we not choose a public cloud solution for our problem? The problem, mainly for us, I'm not sure how many of you have a similar issue, is we are deeply integrated from an ecosystem of large customer care services in Vodafone, which is not simple to touch so easily, right? So there are so many dependencies, so many network connectivity. We just migrated a service which had more than 1,800 network connectivity running. So for that reason, going to a public cloud, all the migration of these network flows, which we had to discover from the legacy system, is a gigantic effort. So the other huge advantage is basically, I can have a public cloud in my own house, which I don't need to manage the life cycle of it, but I can consume it in a way like a public cloud, and I scale it together with the partner. Super important for us, because we didn't want to end up in the traditional way how we manage our private cloud, by expanding, buying new hardware, and so forth. So the biggest advantage, why as an accelerator, finally we could deploy in our main data center, in the next big room, or in the next house, the cloud solution, whereas the application and the infrastructure are in a different house. I just move the database into the cloud solution as step one, and leave the application where it is. The latency challenge, which we all know, is a gigantic one. When I move into public cloud and I try to connect back to on-premise, and that thing is the network area, is one of the most challenging things we have in our legacy environments, right? So that's why we decided not to move into public cloud. So the other way around. So we have these two simple use cases for us. We migrate and modernize the Oracle database, keep the application, as I mentioned, to simplify it, in the next house. And then if you want to migrate and upgrade the application, you do it in the second step. Because if you wanted to do it, as a reminder again, everyone knows it. If I touch all the systems, it's a 10 years plus program at that scale. So what we have decided, we looked at these use cases, we said, okay, database is the main problem. So we do a path in a partnership with Oracle. We focus on the database migration modernization. And then we have a second use case. We migrate the full-blown 3-tier application-led migration, what we call. We have these use cases, and we have successfully done now thousands of Oracle databases, migrated after 2 years and some months of running the program, and a couple of our critical applications as well. This picture, I know it looks a bit complicated, but it's actually showing our multi-cloud. You see what I mentioned before, this product, which we have basically exclusively. We are the world's largest customer. We have deployed 6 times the so-called dedicated region cloud at customer in our 3 data centers, but they are all connected as a realm together, and we have connectivity back out into the public cloud. We work as a touch point with all the hyperscalers, and our services are now in a multi-cloud environment. And all of them goes back into, what is my business purpose? What are the challenges I have? And according to that, we went for this strategy. The last slide, all of this, I'm super glad to hear it before in the previous presentation, it starts with our people. It starts with our processes, how we do it. Then comes the technology. What's the business purpose? What's the business value we want to reach and achieve in the respective period of time? And we focused on this. We created our strategy, which has been pretty successful. Led us to that we actually won 2 awards globally on managing this modernization by bypassing the traditional way of working, actually, right? Basically, that's my slides. I'm more than happy if anyone has questions, because to speak later during lunch or whatsoever, I think all of us, we are in an environment in today's world where we face similar challenges when it comes to legacy, dealing with legacy, and the optimized usage of cloud. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. Arman, thank you.
Thank you.